On episode 2 of SRQ Realty Week, Your Taxes Explained, see our interview with Barbara Ford Coates, Sarasota County Tax Collector, all coming up on SRQ Realty Week. Welcome, and thanks for joining us for SRQ Realty Week. Today's topic is real estate taxes. And not everybody wishes to think about real estate taxes, but it is an important consideration. It does help our local authorities be funded and help provide the services that we all need and sometimes take for granted. So today, to help clarify the issue of taxes for real estate as well as a few other issues, is Barbara Ford Coates, Tax Collector for Sarasota County.
Yeah, hello.
Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Well, a complex issue, obviously, and we're going to try to cover some of the things that might be a little more confusing to people today. But before we get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about your own journey and what led you here to this office?
I'm happy to. I've had the pleasure of working in the tax collector's office since 1975. And serving as the elected official since 1984, which has been an interesting and challenging experience, but also, frankly, a joyful one because I have 85 incredible staff with whom I get to work. And they're known for their reputation for customer service, because when you can be nice to a person while you're having to take their money, you've got to be really good at customer service. So they're an incredible group to work with. I do want to share the answer to a question that even after all my years in office, my staff and I are frequently asked about my last name because it is hyphenated and it is an awfully long name to write on a check. So I like to tell folks when the subject comes up that I'm not responsible for this name. It's been around well over 100 years. My father-in-law is British, and he is the Ford Coates, well, not the originator. His family was the Ford Coates family in England. But he was an RAF Spitfire pilot in World War II. And when he was stationed in this country, he met a drop-dead gorgeous U.S. Army Air Corps flight nurse from Pennsylvania. It took him all of 3 weeks to convince her to marry him. And they were married for 64 years before my mother-in-law passed away. So there are 4 generations of Ford Coates in Sarasota County. And I always like to tell people, feel free to abbreviate it on your check. We will not send your check back. But after all of these years of marriage and 7 daughters and 9 grandchildren, I'm not changing my name, so I appreciate people's sympathy with my side of that issue.
And if you meet anyone out there with the same last name, don't complain about your taxes.
Well, yeah, my poor children I used to feel sorry for my nieces and nephews and my kids on the first day of school when they called roll, because they would all have to answer the question, oh, are you related to? So. It
became routine after a while, I trust.
Yeah, they got used to it.
Well, good. A lot of people may not know what the true role of the tax collector is. I mean, everyone is familiar with the fact that property taxes help fund local municipalities. But maybe you can explain a little more about the role and cover some of the wide variety of the things that your office does.
The tax collector in Florida, and we are a constitutional office. In other words, the Florida Constitution provides that there will be a tax collector in each of Florida's 67 counties. And as such, it doesn't matter whether you live in small Liberty County or huge Miami-Dade County. If you want to pay your taxes, take care of your license plates, etc. Those things are all handled by that county tax collector. So we handle all the property taxes for over 100 different districts, including the cities, the hospital board, Sarasota County, the school board. We handle license plates and registrations for the Department of Motor Vehicles. That really is the biggest job we have. In 2 of our offices, we handle driver's licenses in downtown Sarasota and in our Venice office, and on the second and fourth Wednesday